So hello everyone, welcome to KFCS and Sports Breakdown. And after a finishing of a close match, you can say it is one of the close match. So today, not only we will discuss about India versus Sri Lanka, we'll also discuss about New Zealand team squad, how New Zealand teams looks like in a World Cup. So for this, we have a discussion with Krishna Nair. So Krishna Nair, how are you?
I'm fine, Conan, and how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. So, Krishna Nair, before talking about the winning, we know our bowlers are good, especially our spinners, whether we talk about Jadeja or Kuldeep Yadav. What we have to say about Indian team batting again, collapse against a leg spinner. We know the era at that time in Asia Cup final, where was only Sehwag who made 60 runs, just like Rohit made today 50 only, and all the batters are struggling against Ajanta Mendes. That was really great spell of 13 runs, 6 wickets today. Vela Lage comes left arm leg spinner. So, what you will say about India? Why Indians are struggling in front of leg spinners?
See, Indian batsmen should have been Indian batsmen should have been capable to play spin because in India also Indian batsmen play spin most of the time. So I don't know why they failed, but I think they didn't got rest much yesterday. Also, the game ended at 11 o'clock, 11:15. So I think the rest didn't happen much. And See, Indian batsmen struggled against spin because in this match, well, again, Charita Salanka bowled pretty well, and this was a rank turner game, rank turner pitch, if I'm not wrong. And all the spinners dominated in this match. If you see Kuldeep, you see Dunet Velage, if you see Charita Salanka, who's a part-time spinner, he also took wickets. So uh, I think Indian batsmen were not in mood of mind to score runs. In yesterday's match, also Kohli and KL scored big runs for Indian team in the same ground in Colombo. So in this match, players I don't know means they were not in mood of frame to score runs because of their yesterday also they didn't get time to rest. I feel and they were enjoying in swimming pool as well. I saw some photos as well. So there were no time to rest for the players. So that's the big concern why these matches are being one day after the other. So this is the concern. Players are not getting rest. Players are not getting relaxed. So I feel Rohit Sharma batted first because he wanted to rest the bowlers because yesterday also India bowled out Pakistan. So bowlers were tired, and that's why I feel Rohit Sharma choose to bat first. And in this condition, I feel batting first is bit advantage because if you score big runs, means if you score about 200 to 50 runs, so you can defend it. But Sri Lankan spinners are great. Tikshana, Velage, they know these conditions, Sri Lankan conditions very well. But the batsmen of Sri Lanka couldn't step up, especially the opening combination. They couldn't play Bumrah out, especially the couple of the overs.
Yeah, of course. But one thing I want to correct you in that the pitch report, according to pitch, what the pitch is saying that this is not a spin track. According to pitch report, starting there will be some movement for fast bowlers, but when the match goes on, the pitch will become slower and slower. There is no grass. Means if there is no grass, this is a type of flat wicket. I am not saying this is a complete flat wicket. This is a type of flat wicket which is very dry. So when there is more and more dryness, then there will be some patches that help spinners. So we see in the first 10 overs, Rohit Sharma was very aggressive mode. Uh, their, their Sri Lankan have no reply about what our Indian batsmen are doing. But when it comes to middle over, from over number 10 to 40, their spinners were introduced. So there the game has changed. Vela Lage comes. We see how Shubman Gill out, and after that suddenly Rohit Sharma was also out. Uh, the free wicket given by Virat Kohli too. So I think that was the nature of pitch that suddenly changed in the middle overs. So that was obvious. I think so. Our Indian team, each and every player have that capability that they can play spin better. I think maybe this is one of the reason that back to back you have to play matches, but I think this match can be done better way. Maybe if Virat Kohli takes some time. Might be this score can be 250, 260, but after all, win is important. So credit to our bowlers, the way they bowled, the way they create a pressure on Sri Lankan team, especially our Bumrah and Siraj, main bowler who took the 3 wickets during power play. That was really excellent.
Yeah, absolutely, Konal. And you see, if you blaming Kohli, Kohli can't score every match a century. So in yesterday game also he scored a brilliant century. He was a player of the match. So every time Kohli also needs rest to gain. So yesterday also he told in the press conference that I have to go awake and get up early morning and prepare. He was in the swimming pool with his teammates. So after that, then you have to play again 3 o'clock in the next afternoon. So the players are not getting proper rest. So Kohli also can't blame it. Every match we can't depend on Kohli to score 50 centuries. So every match he can't score. So in the given day he will score runs for the team, which we don't know when he will score. See, we didn't expect that him to score century against Pakistan. So who thought Virat Kohli will score century? Nobody. But uh, people thought that he came after a long time in ODI cricket. He's struggling in ODI cricket for recent times, but in given day, any batsman can perform. But today was not his day because Sri Lanka bowled really well. Their spinners, Kohli, and especially Pakistan spinners, if you compare, Pakistan spinners are not that great as Sri Lankan spinners. Sri Lankan spinners are very more better than Pakistani spinners. So Pakistani spinners also didn't trouble Virat Kohli in yesterday's game. So today also today Sri Lankan spinners were at the top. So Velage, Asalanka, they were at the top because they know if they couldn't have chased it down, they could have been trouble to get out of Asia Cup because now Sri Lanka will face Pakistan in is a knockout semi-final. So it's pressure on both teams.
Yes, of course, and India finally qualifies. This is there is a no doubt about qualification of Team India already. India have a great run rate of +4, so India directly qualifies to final. So now India will play with Bangladesh, and I am hoping that might be as I am seeing the Sri Lankan performance. Who can say that Pakistan can comes to final? Then this is the first time in Asia Cup that the final will be between India versus Pakistan.
Yeah,
So
I
there,
also want Pakistan to come in the final, but Sri Lanka, if you see, not hated for Sri Lanka, but Sri Lanka means they last time also defending champions, so it might trouble India because they're defending champions. So they will come more stronger in the next game. So who knows? And Pakistan also got thrashed by India. So both the teams might be looking to take revenge against India. So who knows? Because both Sri Lanka lost a close game, but Pakistan got thrashed very badly yesterday. I don't know why they batted this poor because of the time was not there because they batted so poor. They were outclassed. I was shocked that how can a team like Pakistan bat. See, I told you, Kunal, middle order of Pakistan will get exposed against quality teams. Yesterday, same what happened when Kuldeep Yadav dismantled Pakistan batting lineup because they only played against Nepal, Afghanistan. This middle order scored only against them, but against India they completely failed. So this is the reason when you play against weak teams and quality side.
yes, of course, this is a reality of this time. But let's see who will come. But we are hoping that India will play their best, whether it is Sri Lanka, whether it is India, whether it is Pakistan. So now let's talk about another topic on. Uh, let's analyze New Zealand team squad. How New Zealand team is looking now. One good news for New Zealand is that Kane Williamson will definitely come. Who knows? He will come by second or third match of the World Cup when New Zealand will start their campaign. But good news is that Kane Williamson is back. Whenever I think you will agree that whenever we talk about we have to play in Indian soil, then one must be there that who can play spin very well. Yeah. So Krishna, I'm saying that whenever we talk about the that a team has to play in the Indian soil, then each and everyone will think about there will be a type of balance wicket. You need a good batsman who can play spin. So if we talk about New Zealand team wants Kane Williamson because he's a great player to play spin. Even fast bowling option means each and every condition, Kane Williamson can come and deliver anytime for New Zealand. So can you say this is a good news for New Zealand that finally Kane Williamson is available?
Yeah, because he's an experienced player and he's a good player of speed. He's a pressure made situation player. In pressure situations, if you call Kane Williamson, he will deliver for you. If you remember 2019 World Cup semi-final also, New Zealand were in pressure when India were bowling first, and Kane Williamson delivered with 67 knock against India. And in final also against Australia in T20 World Cup, Guptill got out early, and Williamson alone took the batting to a respective total. But and Williamson is a calm-headed player. He can play in tough situations in any game. So he's that quality of player. But in India, he will play. I think his second World Cup after the T20 World Cup. I
Yes.
feel he will play his second ODI World Cup, and this might be his last ODI World Cup as well of his career. So. Uh, but New Zealand team, if you look, middle order looks not that experienced. Tom Latham is also a good player of spin with Williamson, and Gary Mitchell is struggling against. It means in Indian conditions, I don't know how Gary Mitchell will perform. So middle order of New Zealand still looks weak. I feel.
Yeah, let's talk about each and every player. So when we talk about the experienced player of New Zealand team, those who played the World Cup, first name is Kane Williamson. Next name is Trent Bolt. I think since 2019 World Cup, I think Trent Bolt have played each and every season of IPL. So that makes him a good experienced bowler that he always deliver, especially when it comes to the power play overs and starting overs. In the first over, he can get the wicket of opponent, means he can pick openers in early, whether it is spin condition, whether it is a pace. But when there is a pace wicket, Trent Bolt is a great bowler for New Zealand. So now we have a news that Trent Bolt is out of contract, but New Zealand team pick him in a World Cup. So how you see the impact of Trent Bolt in this World Cup for New Zealand?
He's a world class bowler, no doubt. I read his stat that he's next to Mitchell Stark, Breatley, then all other legend bowlers of cricket. He has good economy. His economy and his wickets in 100 matches are very good. And Bolt, as his name with legendary bowlers, he's not only legend of New Zealand, he's legend of the world. If you know, his average and his economy is very good, especially in power play. He's very lethal. He's very dangerous. If any great batsman also is opener, na he will struggle against Bolt. Uh, See, player like Basto, Root, they also went out in less runs against Bolt. So he's a very quality bowler. He's different. People say Shahinshah Afridi, Shahinshah Afridi. Shahinshah Afridi only works in for only in one matches. If you see other performances, he gets thrashed
Yes.
brutally. In yesterday's match also, Shahinshah Afridi got thrashed by 80 runs in ODI cricket. So that's not a quality bowler like Afridi. Only in one match, Shahinshah Afridi will perform, deliver for you. But Trent Bolt is delivering for New Zealand team since a long time. It's in 8, 9 years, if I'm not wrong. He's delivering. He had good ODI World Cup in 2019. He had good ODI World Cup in 2015 as well. So Bolt is and he knows Indian conditions as well. So Bolt is much experienced in Indian conditions, as you say. Stark, Shahinshah Afridi, all these left-handers. Bolt has much experience in India, so that's why New Zealand squad picked him in this ODI World Cup.
Yes, of course. So now let's welcome Rahul. How are you, Rahul?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Kunal, how are you?
Yeah,
All
I'm
fine
fine.
now?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine now. So now let's talk about, as yesterday I don't do live, so we will talk back to back two matches, Pakistan and India, and India finally qualifies for World Cup 2. After that, we will continue the discussion of this team. So Rahul, if we talk, first of all, let's talk about India versus Pakistan. Really challenging for a team India, but still Team India win back to back two matches. Not easy for them. Meanwhile, what is the statement of other players and other viewers also, that they all are test cricketers, so test cricketers have already ready to play 90 overs, so in that way they manage their body, manage their working time, so we see it. But what you say, Rahul Ayer, about this Indian team, how they managed to win against Sri Lanka, because this was a game for easy win for Sri Lanka, but India have snatched that win. You can say that they have picked a win from his mouth.
I wouldn't put it that way. I wouldn't put it that way. No, 213, this is not a typical flat track ODI wicket. This was a very difficult wicket to bat on. 230 was a competitive score, and we just had bowlers who destroyed Pakistan batting lineup. Sri Lankan batting does have limitations, and so 213 was always defendable in my opinion. I expected Sri Lanka to come a little closer to winning the match than they finally did, but still, it was a very competitive. I think they were pretty competitive in the chase. They bowled very well, but we also bowled very well in response. Not just the spinners, pace bowlers also up front took wickets. So I wouldn't say we snatched victory. We definitely were in with a chance even at halftime. On this pitch, 213 can be competitive, and we showed that with our bowling.
Yes, of course. But when it comes to KL Rahul, yes, Rahul Ayer, I think now India have settled their almost playing 11 for World Cup, because there were so many question mark. But now KL Rahul is doing good wicket keeping, good diving catch today, also good stumping, good batting as well in a pressure condition. 39 runs is good. In previous day 111 runs when India needed. So what you say now? Can India stick with the same playing 11? Might be if Shreyas Iyer is not available, it's okay. We can do with Ishan Kishan.
Mm, I think Ishan Kishan. No, sorry. Shreyas Iyer should get a chance, in my opinion. You have to give
Actually, he is a
all your
back spasm
players.
problem. He is in a real problem. It is not been created. He is in real problem. Might be you can say that Shreyas Iyer, if not available, then might be you can say that one batsman could come. Who knows? Tilak Verma will be on if Shreyas Iyer is not available for remainder of World Cup. There is also possibility.
Well, if Shreyas Iyer is not available, already Ishan Kishan is there now to replace Shreyas Iyer. He has scored a half century against Pakistan in the round one, and then in round two, in this Super Four today, he scored 33 of 61 balls. Yeah, it's a slow strike rate. The T20 fans will say that. Point out the strike rate is not good enough, but the fact is he scored 33 runs on a wicket where most lots of batsmen were getting out for single digits. So in that context, 33 of 61 is good.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So let's see the comment of winner. Yeah, Kuldeep Yadav. Really, 2 days, 9 wickets, 5 wickets against Pakistan, 4 wickets against Sri Lanka, and that was really important wicket, because I am just hoping. Actually, if I see the today's match is belong to spinners. The way spinners bowled, especially Dinuth Vela Lage. I love this player, Dinuth Vela Lage. What a performance in Lanka Premier League, and after that, performing for Sri Lanka in place of Wahindu Hasranga. So finally, he gives the Sri Lanka another option, that he is also good all rounder, and yet Sri Lanka has not announced the World Cup team too. So how you see the chances of the Vela Lage if Hasranga is have some issues?
Yeah, Velalage has proved that he deserves a spot in the team. If Asaranga does isn't available to play, then Villalage should get a chance. He has proven it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what will happen from final. But yes, India is qualifying for final. This is confirmed because there is no doubt. In an average, also India will qualify first team to qualify for finals. Now it's up to Pakistan or Sri Lanka. Those who win it, I think Pakistan have to do much more to qualify for finals. Not only win, they have to win by huge margin.
Actually, not. It's a direct shootout now between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. So whoever wins that match will play the final, regardless of margin of victory. The winner will play India in the final because
I guess Pakistan is
Bangladesh
minus
has
one.
lost. Bangladesh, it doesn't matter. The same points they're on now. Bangladesh has lost to Pakistan and Sri Lanka. India has defeated both Pakistan and Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka and Pakistan are both on 2 points right now, and they play each other. So winner goes through. If match is washed out, then Sri Lanka will.
Yes,
Then
3-3.
Sri Lanka will go through. Hopefully, match will not get washed out. Yeah, poor Pakistan fans. If match gets washed out, they will find a way to blame India for that too. To be frank, but anyway, hopefully it doesn't get washed out, and hopefully Sri Lanka wins. That's what I hope for.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Yes, he is right. That nice keeping from KL Rahul. Yes, we have to agree that. Uh, Yeah, good captaincy from Rohit Sharma, especially rotating the bowlers at the right time. The way he bring Kuldeep Yadav and he picking last over that he will come and pick it. So I think I will say that if like this, if Rohit Sharma will rotate bowlers like this, definitely India will take a World Cup too. Because now we are playing in India and in spin condition. But Rahul, will not it this be a concern for team India that when we talk about a Sri Lankan team, there was Ajanta Mendes who picked a great spell of 13 runs, 6 wickets. At that time opener was Sehwag who made 60 runs, and Sachin was I think 20 plus, and after that suddenly collapse from middle order. Sehwag out and all the teams are all out. Same way today Rohit Sharma made 53, and other than all players are getting out one by one against leg spinner. 5 wickets from Veralage. Why Indian team is struggling against leg spinner whenever it comes to Asian condition?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Actually, Ajanta Mendes was more of an off spinner, and Velalage is a left arm
Leg
off
spinner.
spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, these are spin friendly conditions, so you can expect quality spin to trouble anyone. But India should be a little bit better against spin because Indian batsmen have also grown up on these kind of pitches
Yeah.
before, so they have seen if Australia or England struggles against this kind of spin, I can understand. But for the Indian team to struggle is not really acceptable, in my opinion. I think they have to do a lot better.
Yeah. And this is also right from Abhinav that at what time I also thought that might be India will lose this when the Dhananjay and Dunit Velalage was getting a great partnership of 60 runs. That was really important for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, same here. At that point, actually, I thought the match was slipping away, but Jadeja, I think, picked up another wicket, and then
Hardik Pandya
Hardik Pandya as
and
well.
then Kuldeep Yadav
Kuldeep
finish.
Yadav finished it off. We didn't even need to get Velalage out.
Yes, yeah, that was the thing. That was a strategy also. But overall, what we can say now, I want what I expect in Bangladesh. Against Bangladesh, I want Surya Kumar Yadav to get some game time. You use Mohammad Shami, and you can rest Bumrah well because we want Bumrah fresh in World Cup. Basically, now you are in a final, and this is a Bangladesh team. Okay, so no need to worry about that. Worry about your bench strength should be strong. So in that manner, I think India team should do some changes. Try Surya Kumar Yadav because he is in your original World Cup squad. Mohammad Shami, give some time to Mohammad Shami too. Might be you can go with three spinners. It's up to you. But Akshay Patel looking off color today. Uh, According to his standard, he was not in that great. 5 overs, 29 runs. That was not a good spell. But I think we need to give some time. So, what do you think about the changes against Bangladesh? Because we are already in final.
Yeah, we should definitely make changes for the match against Bangladesh, in my opinion, and yeah, maybe bring in Surya Kumar Yadav. Of
I'm not
course,
saying resting Kohli or Rohit.
I know.
You
Yeah. No, no, no. Kohli and Rohit should not take rest. In my opinion, you either bring in Surya Kumar Yadav. You can even consider dropping Shubman Gill and having Ishan Kishan opening the batting to accommodate Surya Kumar Yadav, or maybe even Tilak Varma at the
yes,
bottom of the uh, lineup. But maybe, yeah, Surya Kumar Yadav, not Tilak Varma. Tilak Varma now is not in the World Cup squad, so forget him. Forget
yes.
in giving him a chance. He's not in the World Cup squad.
I
So
think
give.
you can drop one keeper, either of Ishan Kishan or KL Rahul, and put Surya Kumar Yadav. That is also another option. Might be you can rest Hardik Pandya too, because I think our five bowlers are doing great.
Yeah, we can give Hardik Pandya rest as well, maybe for Akshar Patel or even Shardul Thakur. Possible. I'm not sure about that, but I think you can maybe.
Yes, of course. So now let's talk about the New Zealand team. Also, before that, let's have some discussion with Abhinav. Then he will say that I am ignoring him. Okay. Yeah, I think Rahul will also agree. He's saying that I am 50% entertaining, 39% cricket, 7% politician, 3% boring, and 1% Dilka soft. So he's correct.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is a virtual quarter final.
Virtual semi final between Sri Lanka and Pakistan.
Yes, yes, this is a correct point. Sri Lankan spinners always bully Indian batters. I not always. This is two times. First time Magenta Mendes, now Dinit Villalage.
Yeah, hopefully though we won't have too much problem figuring Dimut Vellalag out, because if you recall back in those days, the Indian batsmen ultimately figured out how to handle Ajanta Mendes.
Yeah.
We were able to figure out how to handle him. So we'll have to figure it out with Velalage too. Now I think it'll be a lot easier now because there is so much. T20 cricket and all that and flat pitches, we'll be able to handle Vela Lage. Not every Vela Lage will not always get to bowl to Indian batsmen on pitches like this, the one in Colombo.
Yes, of course. And yes, the big thing is also that finally the winning streak of Sri Lanka has been ended after 13 match.
Well,
Finally.
happy for us to break a streak. Now India's in the final. We are basically one win away from getting a multilateral trophy after 5 years. Last multilateral trophy India won was in 2018, if you recall, the 2018 Asia Cup. Since then, India has not won a multilateral trophy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's saying that वेला लागे तो गले लग गया था आज. Yeah, I think this
But
new.
Velalagi might trouble Pakistan batsmen in the semi-final because of the conditions same.
Well, you can say that same thing Shadab Khan can also do. Don't put him out of the contest. Shadab Khan is also great leg spinner.
But actually his form is not
Shadab
there.
Khan
He's
is not
uh,
in form at all. That is the problem. So, I mean, Sri Lanka has a better spin attack than Pakistan. We have to admit that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. He's
and
saying that
even you see Kunal Naseem and Roff are also injured. I don't think they will play in the against Sri
they are
Lanka in
not
that game.
confirmly injured, means they can come after treatment, because I think almost 48 hours is remaining to play for Pakistan team. So might be, but as a precautionary, they have picked some bowlers like Jaman Khan, Shahbaz Dhani, Mohammad Wasim Jr. So might be you can say maybe Harris Roth can play because Harris Roth has not played yet. But we will definitely discuss about this tomorrow whether there is update or not. So now let's talk about the New Zealand team. Uh, we have some discussion with Krishna. So views on Rahul, views on Kane Williamson. Now Kane Williamson is back. Uh, World Cup is in
Yeah,
India and Kane Williamson is back.
yeah, a huge gain for New Zealand. They've got their captain back, and they'll be starting at the same place where Kane Williamson got his injury, which is in Ahmedabad. Uh, that time it was Gujarat Titans versus CSK. Now it'll be New Zealand against England in Ahmedabad.
But most probably by what time Kane Williamson will come, New Zealand board don't know. But till that time, Latham will be a captain of the team. So one by one, let's discuss about each and every player. Now comes to Trent Bolt. I think since 2019 World Cup, Trent Bolt has played in India every year in IPL. So I think that experience also, and over and all, Trent Bolt is not played for nation in a that way, but he has played in India maximum number of times whenever team needed, at least 2 months, April, May. So according to that experience, how you see the performance of Trent Bolt, Rahul?
Mm. Yeah, Trent Bolt has a lot of experience and can be especially handy with not just with the new ball but at the death as well. In Can bowl pinpoint Yorkers and really he can put a choke on the run scoring. As far as India is concerned, well, he doesn't have the greatest of numbers in India, to be honest. Average 36.8, strike rate is 41, and economy rate is 5.28. So he hasn't done that well in India, to be honest.
Yes, of course. Okay, so now let's come to the another player also, Mark Chapman. This is the first World Cup for him. Devon Conway first World Cup, but the way Devon Conway has performed against England. So how you see Rahul this player? Because this player has a great impact in opening combination because you got a wicket keeper who can open.
Yeah, definitely. Conway being in the team is a useful addition. He also has very good technique. He opens in all the three formats for New Zealand right now. So I think he will definitely be very good for New Zealand as an opener in this upcoming World Cup.
Yeah. Okay, so Krishna Nair, how you see Devon Conway performance in India? Well, we all know that in Chennai Super King, he was a player that who plays the spin very well. And if we talk about his strike rate is also good whenever he comes to crease.
Yeah, Devon Conway is a good player of spin like Williamson, and in recently in ODI series also against India, he scored a century. He was the highest run scorer for New Zealand against India in a ODI series. So, and he knows the chip-up conditions and most of the spin tracks well in Indian conditions. So, Devon Conway, when he comes into form, nobody can stop him. He will score a century in his given day. So, let's see how his form is there and uh, let's see how he and it is first World Cup, so it is and big experiment. Means what you say. It is his first World Cup, so let's see how he performs in this World Cup. It will be his first experiment in this World Cup, and he will play and against many. 1,000 people in the stadium, more than 1,000 if you say he will play his World Cup. So let's see how he performs in this World Cup.
Yes, of course. Okay, now comes to another player that is Matt Henry, Lockie Ferguson. Tom Latham, again a vice captain of the team. I think Tom Latham is also a great player. If we talk about Tom Latham experience in India, whenever I see the tour of New Zealand, tour of India, Latham has 1 century. So how you see this player in the middle order who can come see the condition and according to that he will perform.
Yeah, I think Tom Latham is a very good player for New Zealand. I think he'll play a very vital role for Team New Zealand. He's played a lot at the number five slot, and he's played like 54, and he can open the batting as well in case of any kind of crunch. He's played 37 innings as an opener, and there he has an average of 38. He scored 300s and 850s over there. At the number five position, he has scored 400s and 850s at an average of 36. And in both of these positions, he has four figures in terms of number of runs scored, more than 1,000 runs. So these are the two. So he's definitely, like you could say, a player who can play in the middle order or opening the batting for New Zealand. I think he offers a lot of flexibility to the lineup.
Yes. So how you see Jimmy Nisham after a long time? Jimmy Nisham is coming into the team and he's an all-rounder, medium fast bowling all-rounder. Just what is the difference between Nisham and Hardik Pandya is left-right batting combination. Other than that, both are same. So how you see the contribution of this player, Jimmy Nisham, for New Zealand?
Yeah, Jimmy Neesham is another impact player for New Zealand. He has played a lot. Most of his innings are either number six or number seven spot, and between those two positions, he has scored 550s in 45 innings, which is pretty good, and strike rate is well over 100. So uh, he's a very valuable player, and he can also contribute with the ball as well. Make no mistake, he can at least roll his arm over for a few overs, if not take wickets.
Yes, of course. And after that, there is a Glenn Phillips, Rachin Ravinder, another all-rounder. I'm putting uh, Glenn Phillips also as an all-rounder because we see he's a designated wicketkeeper batsman, but he can bowl too. So how you see
Mm.
this player also, Glenn Phillips?
Glenn Phillips. Yeah, I think he's a good player for New Zealand. He's capable of really hitting the ball. He's a very good hitter of the ball. He can be a good mid. He's a very good, another good middle order batsman for New Zealand. So again, valuable player.
Yes. And now it's a middle centener is Sodi, Team Saudi, and Will Young. So one by one, I will ask the playing 11. First, Christian Iyer. Tell me your playing 11 on see the squad with Williamson and without Williamson in both ways. So first, with Williamson, tell me your playing 11, Christian Iyer.
With Williamson, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
William and Conway to open.
Okay.
Then comes Kane Williamson.
Okay.
Then comes I feel Davidson. Then comes I feel Derry Mitchell.
Okay.
Then comes Tom Latham. Then comes Jimmy. Sorry. Then comes I feel Glenn Phillips. Then comes uh,
Yes.
then I feel they will pick Satner. I feel because Satner. Then I feel they will prefer Satner over Rachin Ravindra. I don't think Rachin Ravindra will play the ODI World Cup because Satner is experienced in India, and I feel Satner will play with Nisham. I feel Nisham will also play because Nisham also played the 2019 ODI World Cup as well. So I feel Satner, then Nisham, then Saudi, Bolt, I feel Ferguson or Henry.
Okay. Pretty
I
impressive.
feel Kunal, sorry to interrupt. I will say Ferguson should come because Ferguson has more experience in Indian conditions. He has played for Gujarat Titans as well. He has played for KKR also as well, and he has been good. Not that as for KKR, he's been more expensive. But for Gujarat under Hardik Pandya, he was a bit economical. If you say he would have picked wickets, he would have done not leaked that much runs. For KKR, I don't know. He was leaking so many runs for means if you say Shreyas Iyer in the Shreyas Iyers, but under Iron Morgan, he bowled very well under Iron Morgan in KKR in IPL. So I feel Ferguson might pick over Henry because Henry, I don't think he has much played much games in India. So Henry is a bowler who swings, who is a swing, who will swing in swing conditions. So I don't think Henry will play in the XI. Ferguson has much experience than Henry in Indian conditions. So I feel Ferguson will pick over Henry.
Okay. So now comes to Rahul. What is your playing 11?
Yeah, so my playing 11 ideally would be Conway and Will Young to open the batting. Then Kane Williamson at one down Kane Williamson. Number four will be Daryl Mitchell. Number five, Tom Latham. Number five, Tom Latham. Then six and seven, I would go with perhaps Mark Chapman and Jimmy Neesham as the bowlers, who can be all rounders. Sorry, Jimmy Neesham and Mark Chapman. Then bowlers will be Mitchell Santner, Trent Bolt, Tim Southey, and Lockie Ferguson. If the pitch is favoring spin, I might bring in Ish Sodhi maybe in place of Jimmy Neesham, or perhaps in place of one of the pace bowlers.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, so those who are in comment section, you also tell me you're playing 11. By that time, I am also telling you. So according to me, I am picking a same opener, no doubt. Will Young and uh, Devon Conway. Uh, if Williamson is available, Williamson is my number three. If Williamson is not available, Mark Chapman automatically is my number three batsman. Number four, I am giving to Tom Latham, according to his experience. Number five, number five is Daryl Mitchell. After that, Glenn Phillips, number six. Number seven, Jimmy Nisham. Eight, Santner, then Sodi, then Saudi, and Trent Bolt. So, according to me, I am using a Jimmy Nisham as a fast bowler, means third fast bowler for me, and I am picking two spinners, that is Michelle Santner or East Sodi. Maybe according to condition, I can pick apart from Saudi, apart from Sodi, I can pick one more fast bowler if required.
Yeah, I agree. I think, although I do think, yeah, Santner, you could maybe instead of Mark Chapman, which I mentioned, my playing 11, bring in each Sodhi, because Santner can also bat. We cannot forget that. So you'd still have two all rounders in Jimmy Neesham and Mitchell Santner. So maybe in place of Mark Chapman, you can bring in Ish Sodhi to have more depth in the bowling. And that's also an option.
Yeah, but when Kane Williamson is not available, then we have to play Mark Chapman because he has
Kunal,
played.
I
Yes,
feel
absolutely. Yes, Mark Chapman should play if Kane Williamson is not available, in my opinion. Unfortunately, I don't think Rachin Ravindra has a place in this playing 11.
Yes,
Kunal, I
yes,
wanted to say that Kane Williamson might will miss one couple of see first match is on fifth against England and then it is against Netherlands. So I feel Kane Williamson might will miss first couple of both the games.
yes,
Then I feel he will come back because Williamson said that Williamson coach also said that in the conference he will miss starting of the games of New Zealand, but he will come back afterwards in the World Cup.
yes. By that time, Tam Latham is a captain. So, if we see the squad, Rahul, how you see this team? Can this team have a capability to qualify for semi-final after addition of Kane Williamson?
I think it's going to be very tough for them to qualify, to be honest, because there are a lot. of other stronger teams in this World Cup compared to New Zealand. So I think it's going to be very difficult for them to qualify for the semi-final. Even in the 2019 World Cup in England, where the conditions were a little more favorable to them, they only scraped through into the semis. In India, the conditions will be less favorable to New Zealand, so I don't see them making the semis, unfortunately. Although it's a decent team, it's just that there are other better teams in the tournament. I think India, Pakistan, Australia, and England will all be better than New Zealand.
Yeah, okay, let's discuss each and every one
Yeah,
playing
for me,
11.
Kunal, see,
Yes.
New Zealand team can't be underestimated in World Cup. So under Kane Williamson, if you know, nobody expected New Zealand to qualify for T20 World Cup in semi-final. Everybody thought Australia and England will qualify for the semi-final easily, but nobody thought New Zealand would New Zealand will thrash Australia and qualify. So this team is very means can't predict in World Cup what they will do. In World Cup, they are very good team. They perform like means Lions against India, and in given day they can thrash Australia as well. So the player, if the player performs very well, and in if the all the players perform in this ODI 11 in the crucial game, so I feel they can qualify for the semi final. It will be toss up between Pakistan or New Zealand, who will join with India, England, and Australia in the semis.
Yes, of course. Okay, so let's discuss each and
Yeah,
everyone
so
playing
I want
11.
to say something on that
Yes.
subject. Yeah, so one thing I won't completely write New Zealand off. That I'll say, because many times, not just in last year's T20 World Cup, but even in, let's say, we go back to the last time India hosted an ICC event, which was the 2016 T20 World Cup. I remember it very well. New Zealand surprised everyone by going into the semis without losing a single match. The group had India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Australia. So, if you looked at that group at that time, you wouldn't have thought New Zealand will make the semi final, and they did it without losing a single match. And I remember that very well, because in the group stage, I think like the very first match of the World Cup, New Zealand completely shocked India. They were only defending 126, and they bowled India out for 79 runs. That was a big shock for uh, us Indian fans. So that's how I. So this New Zealand team can defeat anyone on their day. They are a pretty dangerous team. Also in the 2019 ODI World Cup semi-final, although that time conditions were more favorable to New Zealand, they still managed to defeat India in the semi-final, defending only 240 odd. So
Yes.
never underestimate them.
Yeah, okay. So let's discuss the playing 11 of Krishna Gopal. Is saying Will Young, Conway, Kane Williamson, number 3, number 4, Michelle, Latham, Nisham, Ravinder, Santner, Saudi, Sodi, and Bolt. One change in my playing 11 was that I put Glenn Phillips in a playing 11. He has put in a Ravinder. Apart from that, everything is okay. That was one change. In my team also, both the spinners was there. Same Bolt Saudi. Third fast bowler is again Nisham, and he has two spinners of Santana Sodi, and third spinner is Rachit Ravinder. I'm using uh, Glenn Phillips because of his hitting capability. He can score runs in middle overs, so in that way I am thinking. Okay.
Mm. I mean,
Yes.
Rachin Ravindra has had a very short ODI career,
Yeah.
but he's not done that well in his short career. Although he's taken 3 wicket haul against both Pakistan and England, he's not really done enough in his career. He's also gone for a lot of runs. He's also been very expensive in the other matches he has played. So, and given that he doesn't have enough experience compared to the other players in the squad, he wouldn't be my first choice in the playing 11, because even though he has put in two good performances from 5 matches, you don't know want to take some player in your team who you won't know whether he performs. You'll have to hope that he brings his A game, and he doesn't have a proven track record. So it's a bit risky selecting Rachin Ravindra, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, so let's discuss a winner playing 11. This is quite interesting that he has put Will Young out of the playing 11, and he tries that Latham should open with Devon Conway as an experienced player, and then Kane Williamson, Mark Chapman, Glenn Phillips is okay. I'm all satisfied. James Nisham, Rachit Ravinder, Team Saudi, Trent Bolt, Lockie Ferguson is Sodi. Okay, but
Yeah,
here.
that's not a bad. Actually, that's not a bad idea. New Zealand could try that. They could try that out, in my opinion. But I think having Tom Latham in the middle order and Will Young in the top order is a better plan.
Yeah. Yes, Krishna Gopal, you are also right. Might be this is also a big thing that Glenn Phillips is very poor record in India. So in that way, might be Glenn Phillips will not be in a playing 11. You are right.
Yeah,
He is
I
like a
wouldn't. I'm finding it hard to choose Glenn Phillips in the playing 11. Also, he's more of a T20 type player. We have to keep that in mind. To I mean, even that is not a problem because he'll be in the middle order. But still, if New Zealand is in trouble, they lose the top order cheaply. Glenn Phillips is not the kind of guy you can trust to bail New Zealand out of the situation.
And Kunal, why did they drop Henry Nichols from the squad? He's a good
yes.
player of the spin, and he can. I think he played Test cricket in India as well. So why did they drop Henry Nichols from the squad?
I don't know. Well, I was also thinking about that why Mark Chapman is there. Mark Chapman has not that much experience. Henry Nicholas is quite experienced, but I don't know what is the thinking, what is in his mind. But I don't think New Zealand will do any change. They are uh, satisfied with this squad because this team is performing better against England team presently.
Yeah, New Zealand is doing pretty well against England. They've drawn the T20 series 2-2. Now it's 1-1 so far in the ODI series with the two matches to go. It's going very, what to say, identical.
Yeah. Yeah, this is also a good way of talking. Abhinav is always talking about Parchi player. Parchi player means the type of player who is no performance. He is just coming because
Yeah.
of his name. So he is putting the name of Henry Nicholas in that way. But I think Abhinav,
Well, that player is not in this squad. Henry
yeah,
Nichols, I think he didn't make it to the World Cup squad. Henry Nichols, I think, is more of a test match kind of player rather than limited overs. I don't think limited overs cricket is for him particularly.
yeah,
If
okay,
you look at his test numbers, he has done very well. From 83 innings, he has 12 fifties and 9 centuries. He's even scored a double hundred before, and average is around 38. That is pretty good, in my opinion. With the ODI cricket, it's a little more ordinary. From his 65 innings, only one century. Yeah, he scored 13 half centuries. Not bad, but only one century before, and average is under 35.
yeah, of course. Okay, so as of now, South African team finally beat Australian team by 111 runs, a century from Markram. But I will say through this that that was very unfortunate run out of David Warner. That was the reason that match slightly goes to the way of South African. Otherwise, I think the South African start was not that much impressed. I'm not impressed how Markram is coming in the first over to bowl. If you have already 338 runs, really surprise.
Yeah, that's totally not a good move. When you have 338 on the board, you should be bringing in your main bowlers. Uh, you should bring in your main bowlers and try to get early breakthroughs with the ball. Uh,
Well, Avinav,
अरे
no,
there
no,
is
they've not won the series yet,
two
Abhinav.
matches
There's
remaining.
still two matches to go. This is a five-match ODI series. So there's still two more matches to go. South Africa can still win the series if they win the next two matches.
Yeah.
Rahul Iyer, but you said that main bowlers, but main bowlers weren't in the squad. Lungi Nigri, Kagiso Rabada, and Rich Nokia were in the exercise. So how can main bowlers bowl for South Africa? I was also surprised that these all three bowlers are been benched and
You
But
need
that.
you should have started with the
I
pace
think when you
bowlers, in
have
my opinion.
Magala,
Magala
Gerard
and
Coetzee, they
Janssen
are
are there to open the bowling. They should be bowling the first few overs in the absence. You shouldn't start
well.
with
I was
a
very
spinner
surprised
who's
in.
part time. Uh,
I was very surprised. Previous match, 10 overs to Markram, not 10 overs to Rabada. That was also really surprise thing from Temba Bebuma.
Sorry to say, Kunal, I don't like his captaincy. He's very
Yes.
underrated, but he doesn't know which bowler should bowl, and you're dropping your main bowlers, all the three pacers. I feel I would have started with Kagiso Rabada or Lungi Nigri to open the bowling attack. Why they have been benched? You should give them the game time. I don't think after this series South Africa has any ODI series in upcoming months. So after this, I feel they will play only ODI World Cup. So this is the time to them to give practice and be fit and be ready for the World Cup. You are giving them rest so that they couldn't get injured. But if you lose against Australia series, then your confidence will be low down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, this is a uh, right comment from Krishna that Nisham is performing brilliant in every league. In SA20, he was good for Capitals. Capitals qualified for finals also, and definitely he will be a trump player. It is no doubt. Okay. So another the funny comment from Abhinav that Magala fitness is really he is not thinking about his fitness. Anything can happen in a ground. Might be he will burst. Well, this is up to Magala, but very impressive to see Magala how he is bowling according to his fitness, fast bowling especially.
Yeah, means Makala's fitness means he's not fully fit and he's still bowling for South Africa and getting couple of wickets. That's different.
He's not a spinner. He's fast bowler. Main thing is that he's fast bowler.
I think South Africa picked him from the SA20 League squad and they've given chance him in this ODI series. But you're resting your main bowlers. See, India also have played with their main bowlers, Shami, Bumrah, Siraj. Even South Africa should have been giving their main bowlers the chance before the World Cup to get some game time and game opportunities for the bowlers.
Yes, of course. Yeah, thank you for your comment. Okay, yes, your views on Sisanda Magala. How you see this Magala means if we see his fitness, he looks like a spin bowler, but he is a good fast bowler. He's not
it's
125.
very it's pretty strange to see a pace bowler looking that fat. In my opinion, it's very straight. It's very strange. You don't often see that.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But I will salute his fitness. That how he managed to bowl like a fast bowler in that way.
Yeah, definitely. He has. I mean, not fat doesn't mean not fit, of course, but he's able to have the stamina to bowl. You need stamina to be a pace bowler. So
Yes, but as of now, six teams have announced their squad of World Cup. Four teams are remaining, and four are Asian teams. So this is the first time that Asian teams have taking so much time to announce their squad. These are Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan.
it's strange that Pakistan has not announced their playing 11 for the World Cup. I wonder if it's because
Playing
maybe the
15, 15 men
yeah,
squad.
because they're the team that has been announcing they're playing 11 before the day before every Asia Cup match. So it's pretty surprising that they've not announced the World Cup squad yet. I wonder maybe if they're not going to get government clearance to come to India for the World Cup or what. Is it they're not going to come to India to play the World Cup or what? That
Yeah,
is uh,
they are coming.
my
They are coming.
question.
It is confirmed.
So okay, just a joke, but I think they'll play the World Cup in India, but still strange, a bit strange that they've not announced their squad. So maybe something fishy there. Maybe some politics is going on in Pakistan. Who knows?
And strange is Afghanistan. What happens to Afghanistan? Afghanistan will play directly. I think he will play a practice match of World Cup. Before that, they have no
Yeah,
series. So, for what they are waiting? I don't know.
yeah, don't know. Well, Afghanistan, thanks to losing before the uh, Super Four, they'll have a lack of preparation. In fact, this is the fault of the Asia Cup format, in my opinion.
Yeah,
When you have when your whole tournament is surrounded is revolving around one fixture, this is what will happen. They want many India versus Pakistan matches. That's why the schedule is like this.
yeah.
With six teams in the tournament, frankly, you should be playing a full round robin where you get to play everybody once. At least if that happened, a team like Nepal, for example, would have had more exposure. They would have got to play Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan also. Afghanistan, on their part, they would have had more World Cup preparation, at least five matches worth of preparation they would have had.
Yeah. Okay. So prediction of Sri Lanka versus Pakistan. Who can win it? Who can win it? I think this is Pakistan. Again,
Okay,
As you predicted, Bangladesh versus Afghanistan winner. Same, you're predicting Sri Lanka versus Pakistan.
yeah.
I
Again,
think it is
Pakistan.
going to be. I'm going to say Sri Lanka. In my opinion, they are. I mean, one thing they are the home team in this tournament, so there'll be motivation. They'll have the crowd behind them, and also the Pakistan will struggle against Sri Lanka spin bowling also. So that
Well,
has to be
one
kept
of
in
the
mind.
interesting fact is that Pakistan have win all the matches in Asia Cup in Pakistan. In Sri Lanka, they have lose. One is no result. So what we can expect?
I think Sri Lanka will win. I think their home advantage will get them through to the final. Hopefully, they don't come to the final and use home advantage against India. I hope that doesn't happen, but hopefully, their home advantage will work against Pakistan.
Yeah.
And because we have seen that now. I think now we are a little bit in Pakistan's heads after winning. Not that we weren't before, but we're in their heads now because we have won by 228 runs. We have smashed their world class bowling attack for 356, and their batting lineup, we destroyed them also. 128 all out. We destroyed them with both bat and ball. So they will have that mental scar a little bit, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, Pakistan overrated team first improve catching practice. Their spinners not good. Shadab.
And this Sri
Yes,
Lankan
right.
team, now they have seen. They have also seen the India Pakistan match, and they have seen that this Pakistan team is not as invincible as their fans have made them look over the last few months. They are not so invincible. Uh,
Last few months, not few weeks.
yeah,
In
last
few
few
weeks,
weeks.
they are the top.
Yeah, yeah, they're not as invincible as their fans and their media made them out to be. So uh, they can be beaten. I don't think Sri Lanka should be too scared of them. In fact, nobody has ever scared them. Only they think that everyone is scared of them, but that's not true.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what will happen, but match will be very interesting. So we have to watch. That will be a good match, and if the match goes to full, no rain interruption, 300 match, then that will be a great high scoring game. We can expect high scoring game in this ground. India already proved that if you have a good batting capability, you can make it.
We have to see what kind of a pitch it is because Colombo does favor bowlers. Today was a low scoring match,
Yeah, that
so
was a
you never
different
know.
pitch. No
Yeah,
grass, uh,
yeah. But
flat, dry pitch.
yeah, we have to see because Sri Lanka and Pakistan, if I'm not wrong, they're going to play the day after India versus Bangladesh. So we have to see how that pitch is going to hold up.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so Avinav is suggesting you to keep beard.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it grows like I let it grow for 1 week and then I shave.
Yeah. How Sri Lanka fought today against India? I feel Lanka can beat Pakistan.
Yes, definitely. That's
Yeah,
how
can
I
be.
feel as well, because they have they have the spin bowling attack clearly to trouble Pakistan's bowlers. This Pakistan batting lineup, especially if you dismiss Babar Azam cheaply, the rest of the lineup will quickly go off. They will lose hope very quickly if Babar Azam is out cheaply. Basically, it's like cut off the head of the snake, and the rest of the body will just wither away.
Actually, I am supporting Pakistan only. I want India versus Pakistan again. That is not other than that intention. So in that intention, because I like that match India versus Pakistan when there is happening, so I want again this match should happen. So I am supporting Pakistan in that day.
Yeah, interesting. For me, I hope Sri Lanka. Frankly speaking, uh,
Yeah.
I mean,
But
natural thing is to root against Pakistan. So
he's saying that Sri Lankan fans was very cringe and uneducated
cringe.
today.
What cringe and uneducated? They were just supporting their team. No,
Yeah.
Sri Lanka is going to play the World Cup in India soon, and when November 2nd is India versus Sri Lanka and Mumbai, so they will. So the roles will be reversed. The crowd will be supporting India that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, he's saying that don't support Pakistan Champions Trophy final के बाद डर लगता है फाइनल से. Yeah, that was India versus Pakistan Champions Trophy. So Pakistan win that. At that time, there was Fakar Zaman and there was Bumrah no ball.
Yeah, true. God knows how that final would have gone if Bumrah didn't overstep the crease. Maybe India would have gone on to win that final easily. Instead, that didn't happen. But yeah, that's one reason I don't want Pakistan in the final because very often in the Asia Cup when India wins, the pattern has been India wins one match and then Pakistan will bounce back and win the next match, or vice versa. So, so yeah, I don't want that scenario to happen because Pakistan they're still a good team. They can find their best. They can learn from their mistake. I don't want Sri Lanka to give Pakistan that chance. So better they get knocked out before the final.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what will happen tomorrow. We will discuss about this match. That what is the possibility, what will the stats, which player can perform for Sri Lanka, who can perform for Pakistan. So we will discuss each and everything tomorrow, and let's hope that other team also announce their squad. I hope till 28 we will get all the 10 teams squad, final squad that they are playing with this team. Then let's see. Okay. This is a question from a Rohit Sharma fan that how you rate Rohit Sharma as an ODI batsman? According to me, still he is 10 out of means 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Good question. I will say, yeah, I'll go. Maybe I'll say 7.5 out of 10. Maybe. Yeah, I'll go with the 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, okay. He's asking one of the favorite innings of Rohit Sharma. Actually, I like the innings that Rohit Sharma made 209, his first double century against Australia. That was really big and that was very important also for a series perspective. So I like that one. 209 against Australia. I
Yeah,
think,
same for me.
yeah,
Yeah, same for me, because if I remember correctly, it was a series decider
yes.
against Australia. Of course, it was Chinnaswamy Stadium, but still, scoring 209 in an ODI is not a joke. And India had come back, was behind twice in that series, and they came from behind, and they managed to win that series with the Rohit scoring that double century. That was fantastic, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay. He's saying that for World Cup, Sri Lanka do one change. Dimuth bring Kushal Pereira still chance to practice their warming up before World Cup. Yes, I am also the fan of Kushal Pereira. I want Kushal Pereira in this team because I am seeing that his middle order is also a big concern for Sri Lankan team, especially not all the time Sadira Samar Vikrama will perform. I see Kushal Mendes is also sometimes is not that much consistent. So I think yes, Kushal Pereira have some chance. He can be in a playing 11. I also agree with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so others are rating 10 by 10 as a Rohit Sharma fan. Yeah, okay. As a fan,
Of
you can.
course, Rohit Sharma fans will definitely give Rohit Sharma 10 out of 10 rating, no doubt about that.
Okay. This is a big statement. I don't like Rohit Sharma. I love him. Yeah. Good statement. Impressive. Okay. Okay, so guys, that was a nice discussion. So let's see when other teams will announce the cup. And now few matches are remaining for Asia Cup on 17. On Sunday, there will be a final. So let's see who will meet India. More, I am hoping for India versus Pakistan. Others are confident pretty much that India versus Sri Lanka will happen. Let's see what will happen. Might be we can bring Pavan if India versus Sri Lanka is there. Might be Pavan can come and join us. So that will be a great Sunday too. So till then, thank you, Krishnan. I think he is also gone. Thank you, Rahul, for your time. Also, we will come back tomorrow and we will discuss about Sri Lanka versus Pakistan, their stats, how Sri Lanka can win it against Pakistan. We will also talk about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, he's saying that say to Bhavesh to say sorry to Rohit Sharma. Why? Oh, actually, this is a views of each and every fan. You can't say anyone to go and say sorry. No, no. This is his views. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so few matches remaining: Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, India versus Bangladesh. After that, there is final, and then we will focus on India versus Australia. I think if Australia win the series against South Africa, then that will be a very challenging series for Team India again.
Yeah, absolutely. And Australia's top order in particular is a big worry against
Warner.
our frontline bowling. It's going to be a huge contest because the Aussie batsmen are playing very aggressively, even in the ODI format. Even if you saw in today's ODI,
Run rate
they
is
got out to a
7
very
point something. 7 point something is a run rate till 20 overs. He was playing
yeah,
another planet.
very no. They were today, in fact, scoring at 10 runs and over at one point.
Yeah,
So, very challenging
yeah,
it's
of
going to
course.
be.
Yeah, of course. So we will meet tomorrow and let's discuss about the next match of Asia Cup. So thank you very much, Rahul, for your time. Thank you. We
Yes,
will
thank
meet
you.
tomorrow, and thank you, Avina, for your time also. Tomorrow we will meet and we'll discuss further about our topic. And let's hope that any one of the Asian teams will decide the World Cup squad too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So guys, subscribe KFCS and Sports Breakdown, and enjoy Asia Cup, and then we have something interesting for World Cup 2. So till then, thank you very much. Goodbye and good night, both of you.